let me talk to you. Seeing The Undertaker earlier today kind of brought up a few emotions from me because we share a common bond. That common bond is Percy Pringle, known to many of you as Paul Bearer, even fewer of you as William Moody. Now, for the last 3 years leading up to his death, he walked me side by side down that aisle. And anytime I needed to call him, and if I needed advice, if I had questions, if I had frustrations, he could always set me on the right path. Well, I don't have that anymore. But what I do have is a legacy to live up to, because if you think about it, all the names who walked side by side with that same man over the years. You think of names like Ravishing Rick Rude. You think of names like The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah, I got big shoes to fill, but don't get lost in the sauce. Believe me, these size 12 and a halves have never had a tough time filling shoes. Now, before Percy passed, he left me a message. He said, first and foremost, he loved me, and secondly, he wished me luck because he said I was going to go on and do great things, and he was right, because I stand here right now not to be a background actor. I never could be. I'm going to go on to do great things, believe that, and there ain't a person in the world who can stop me, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life.
You see, as we ride into Hollywood, we ride in style, which means we ride with Tag Team Gold. So any of you back there who might have a couple of little gold straps around your waist, you might want to keep an eye out because we're coming for you.
You know, Rock Ness, you guys can go home and play your video games and eat your Cheetos all day long, and it still makes you 100% moron idiots.
What we're going to do is October 6th, we're going to do the same thing, aren't we? We're going to come in, we're going to gamble it all. We're going to come out with the gold, and guess what, TJ and Rocky? Hey, dummy! Hey, dummy! Stay out of here, stupid, I'm talking. Here's what we're going to do. TJ, Rocky, you're going to get to rub elbows with the tag team champions, but that's where it ends. Because at that point, we're going to lift you up, and we're going to lift you up real high. We're going to put you on a pedestal only to drop your asses on the floor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, natural selection.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What more can you say?
Huh? Huh?
You see, it was a long time ago when Brian Cage and myself, we first walked into Hollywood, and we said, when we ride into Hollywood, we ride in style, which means we ride with Tag Team Gold. Well, it seems as though that prophecy came true. I'm no Nostradamus. You can call me Rickardamus. Well, guys, what I want you to do is I want you to sit back and relax tonight, because what you're going to witness is the first ever Natural Selection Invitational. Every team in the NWA, it's up for grabs, Daddy. But you got to ask yourself, is it going to be those skinny little dorks, Todd Chandler and Brandon Parker? Or is it going to be that big lump of lard, Willie Mack? Or maybe his tag team partner and good friend, that child molester lookalike Joey Ryan? The fact is, whoever comes down tonight, we're the tag team champions. Nobody's taking it. Nobody can take it, because here, it's all gravy, Daddy. So pass that gravy! The fact is, NWA Heritage Tag Team Championships ain't going nowhere.
And what it comes down to is tonight, we're having the second Natural Selection Invitational, which means if any of those teams back there have any tingle in their loins, they'll come out and give a challenge to the champs. But let me give you a tip, guys. Go back, make sure you stock up on Pepto-Bismol, take all the restroom trips you need, because when those butterflies start rumbling, it's going to take all you got not to drop a chocolate chunk in your shorts as you're systemically deselected.
Still
Cut that stupid music.
They're undefeated.
You see, you guys, if you want to step up and get your little skinny asses crushed in this ring tonight, it's done.
This is the most unprofessional place I've ever been, and I'm not having it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it.
I'm just kidding. Stupid. James Morgan, grab your little friend Spanish Madrid, Nick Madrid, Spanish Gallagher, tell him to bring his sledge-o-matic, smash watermelons all night long, and then Opie, you can come right on down with him, because when Brian Cage and Shaun Ricker step in the ring, you've got two of the greatest athletes ever to step in the ring, and you've got two of the biggest dummies I've ever seen in my life. We're going to walk in that ring. We're going to meet right here. It's right here, isn't it? It's right here at Mach 1.
Right here, Friday Fight Night.
Yeah, right here. I don't even know what date it is. What date is it? Tell me.
December 10th.
Tell me.
December 10th.
What is it?
December 10th.
Huh?
12/10.
Huh?
10. December 10th. Huh?
You guys are going to get an epic owning like you've never had in your life, and that's not an insult. No. Hey, do you know what it is?
Just a fact of
I
life.
bet you know. No, don't say it. Don't say it. It's just a fact of life.
Talk about losers. The next person that comes through that curtain is going to be a loser, and I'll tell you why. Because all week long, somebody's been conspicuous by their absence, and that's Brian Cage. And a lot of people are asking, where's Brian Cage? Well, the one thing that is inconspicuous by its absence is the intelligence of anybody who's asking that question. There are no problems. There is nothing wrong with Brian Cage and myself. He simply cannot be here right now. We will take care of that business when the time comes. But for now, somebody is about to get their ass planted firmly in this mat.
What'd you just say?
What's the story about Brian Cage? Where is he?
No. The first part.
Well, earlier in the night, you addressed the rumors.
Exactly. So if I already addressed them and now you're going to ask me again, does that make any sense?
Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask a question that's already been answered 3 times. Hi, Shaun, would you tell me about it?
It doesn't make any sense, okay? Brian's got to take care of business. I'm taking care of business. Did you see, who was it? Enrique Iglesias. He was singing songs to me when I put him down. What's his name?
Ruben Iglesias.
Enrique. Who cares? Look, what it comes down to is Enrique was telling me how I was his hero backstage, and he even broke into a song. He was like, I will be your hero, baby. Of course, I smacked him in the face, and then I pinned him 1, 2, 3. That's what happens. We've been waiting for a good long time because Rock Nest Monsters have been running around here for a long time with gold belts that have had our names on it. Cage, Ricker, they are imprinted on those belts, whether you like it or not. And Rock Nest, you can come out here and run your power pad. You can come out here and play your little inflatable guitars, but spit on each and every one of those things. Shut the damn door, stupid. The hell out of here. People are coming in this door. You know, over the summer, I've had the opportunity to go to my home in Maryland, and, you know, I had a dinner with my father, a couple friends. And, you know, my father, he makes these amazing mashed potatoes. Fantastic. And, you know, as my friend JR, he sat there, he was enjoying these mashed potatoes. He looked up, he said, Mr. Ricker, he said, these mashed potatoes are awesome. And you know what my dad said to him? Of course you don't. You don't know anything. He looked at him and he said, you know what, JR? He said, there are 2 things that we Rickers do well. That's make mashed potatoes and kick ass. Well, so far I haven't gotten the mashed potatoes down. The second, we're done. So I looked at my dad, I said, pass the gravy, daddy. Because I gotta go, I gotta reform the greatest tag team known to man, and we gotta go and reach up and grab those tag team straps one more time. We don't let them go. They don't go anywhere but right here, right there, and there's nothing anybody can do about it.
Let me tell you something. Talk about competition. Let me tell you something. Enrique, I sang to you before. I might just sing to you again, but not tonight. You see, with a new year brings new champions. Natural selection. We're here. We delivered. Everything we said has come to fruition. So now, as we begin on the decade of natural selection, everybody in that locker room, you're on notice because you're going to end up laying on the floor just like the 2 men in this ring. Everybody wants to talk about what happened at Sam's Town when Jody Christofferson and Brandon Gatson got a 1, 2, 3. Well, let me tell you, you guys can walk around and act like you're tough all day long. But the fact is, if you're that tough, I got something tough for you to chew on. It's called 100% leather, size 12.5, black and yellow boot, shoved straight down your throat. Now, that's not Daddy Ricker's famous mashed potatoes, but if you need a little something to wash that down, I can always pass that gravy, Daddy. Now, the fact is, tonight, we've got a newcomer to the FSW. Willie Mack wants to walk out here, and I tell you what, Willie, you're a hell of a competitor. I know you from all over the place, but the fact is, when you get in the ring against the best kept secret in professional wrestling, there's only so much you can do.
Because right now I've got 10 dummies standing in the doorway. They're looking at me, looking to see what we can do. A lot of people say that I say dummy a lot. Well, let me tell you something. When you got a dummy here, you got a dummy there, and you got a dummy standing next to me. There's dummies everywhere. Don't talk back, dummy. Listen, he's a dummy, she's a dummy, everybody's a dummy. So when you got that many dummies around, it's hard for me not to say dummy. Let me tell you something. I told a story a long time ago about my dad and his fantastic mashed potatoes. I told you all about passing the gravy. Well, apparently Willie Mack ate the whole damn bowl. All right, I tell you what. We might have some Spanish viewers. I want to translate for you. Papa smashed us con gravios. Papi?
I don't understand any of that.
Don't worry about it. The fact is, tonight you're looking at your new #1 contender for the Elite Championship, and there isn't really much you can do about it.
Let me talk to ya! By the way, dummy, I like your voice.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the FSW. Here we are. And here's the champion, Shaun Riggers. Shut up, dummy.
Welcome, everybody! Your new FSW Elite Champion. Now, a lot of people say when you get to the top of the mountain, they say that you kind of, maybe you lose a little bit of that hunger. Maybe you're not on the hunt anymore. Well, let me tell you, that's BS, and I'll tell you why. Because even when I'm being hunted, I'm on the hunt. Let me give you an example. Earlier today, I spent my sunny Friday sitting at the Wet Republic pool. And as I sat there, she had me in her sights, unbeknownst to me. She makes her way over, she's on the prow, and here she stands before me in a leopard print bikini. And how appropriate, because she's a cougar and she's looking for a cubby.
True story. True story. True story.
She wanted to give me some of that mother's milk, but I said, hold on, Mama, I don't drink from the tap, I only drink from the jug. She said, well, I got 2 big jugs right here. I said, I didn't mean that, I mean the plastic ones. She said, these are plastic. I said, hey now. Needless to say, my thirst was quenched, and I didn't get much rest today. But the fact is, it still remains, I'm always on the hunt. So whether it's you standing in front of me, dummy, or anybody else back there, you're not going to take the belt. Not because you can't, but because I won't let you. And that's not an insult, that. Shut up, dummy. It's just a fact of life. Because what you have in this ring right now is a man known across the world. A man who's wrestled everywhere around the world. He's done it all. He's been everywhere you can imagine. And then get rather strong.
Are you rolling? You're rolling. There's the red light. Look at that. Isn't that just silliness? Stop laughing. You ever wanted to be a ninja? Maybe you should get a job. Shut up, dummy. Hey, dummies. But I'm not eating Daddy Rickers mashed potatoes and passing that gravy, Daddy. I like to eat the champion of foods because naturally I'm a champion myself. The champion of foods is chicken. But why is that the champion of foods? I'll tell you why. Champion of foods because it's the one food that everybody compares things to. Stop coughing, dummy. Are you sick? Get out of here. Whenever they eat squirrel, they say it tastes like chicken. When they eat duck, they say it tastes like chicken. Matter of fact, the other night, that girl tastes like chicken.
Let me talk to ya! Stand here, you smiley dummy, don't move. Look, right now, as far as I can tell, I got 2 dummies standing in the ring, and the fact is, as far as I knew... Shut up, dummies. Does everybody remember when this was a triple threat match? Yeah, me neither. Because as far as I remember, it was supposed to be me and Remy Marcel. We're going to throw this dummy in. Well, Kenny Queen, the fact is you don't have a chance. Remy Marcel, hold this dummy. Remy Marcel, you talk about being the... Shut up, dummy. You talk about being the champagne of wrestling. Well, Shaun Riggers is champagne of life. So what I want you to do is drink it up, dummy. And the fact is, Rico, if you do get a wild hair up your ass and decide you want to come in and test the nerve of the gravy passing daddy, well then come on down, dummy, because I got a right hand, I got a left hand, and I got 2 size 12 and a half ready for ya.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. I'm here with my good friend. What's your name again?
Grant Bachoco.
Good.
Now, if for any great reason, don't get excited, don't get a tingle in your loins. I see you looking at me right now. If anybody wants to come in, I please welcome the NWA World's Champion, Colt Cabana. Come on down. Tell me about how you're so funny. I'm Jewish and I'm funny. Hi, it's me, Colt Cabana. Boom, boom. That's fine.
Tell me about that all day. I'll laugh at your jokes. That's fine. And then I'll walk out with the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. But I know you can't be that stupid. You'd never put yourself in that jeopardy, and I understand that. I can respect that.
Because I'm going to be talking to you all night, December 6th, Thursday night, as a matter of fact. Well, I tell you what, while I'm there, I'm going to be naming dummies. I'm going to be naming dummies like you because remember the dummies in December. I'm going to be passing gravy, and I'm going to be saying Rickerisms all night long, and there ain't a damn thing anybody can do about it.
Let me talk to ya. Hold this mic up, dummy. What's wrong with you? Look, there's the deal. I hear that all over the place we got championship matches taking place. Adam Pearce, Eric Watts. It could be anybody under the sun. Take a bum off the street. Whoever is holding that NWA heavyweight champion, at the end of the day, I'm coming looking for him. But here's the deal. We're having championship parties abound, Daddy. Why? Because the gold is coming right here. One place that's been missing gold for a long time is this waist. You see, I used to hold tag team gold, but that's in the past. We're looking now to be the top, to be the echelon in professional wrestling.
There's no match right now. Go ahead, let yourself out of here. Let me talk to you. Now, for a long time, of course, we ran around with tag team championships. We ran around here, we ran over every tag team that stepped foot inside this ring. And because of the fact that we're no longer doing that, I want to apologize to you tonight. I want to apologize for the fact that I think I expected a little too much from you. I understand it's a lot of pressure when you're standing next to a Shaun Ricker. That's a lot of pressure. I understand that. I want to apologize for the simple fact that I know the workouts were tough. I know the matches were tough. I know everything was tough. And I'm sorry for that. I didn't mean to put that burden on you. I understand when I look at you, everybody take a look at this. This man is put together. He can wrestle with the best of them. All this hard exterior, but the fact is, on the inside, the core is just a little soft. Right now, around this ring, we got about 30 dummies, all with their eyes on the premier in the professional wrestling business. And what I want all of you to do is I want you to lock your eyes with me, and if you're behind me right now, well, you messed up. Because the fact is, right now you are witnessing history because the next NWA World Heavyweight Champion is standing in this ring.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Shaun Ricker. That's a pretty big win.
You're damn right it is. You know what's a pretty big win is the fact that you have the gall, you have the nerve, dummy you are, to stand in front of me right now. You want to send my manager packing for 30 days? Well, let me tell you something. You're damn lucky right now I don't send you packing, because as far as I know, Glendale Hospital is only a couple blocks away.
Well, hang on a second. We have rules around here, and all I have to do is uphold them.
All you got to do is uphold your ass, because it might end up on the floor.
All right, hang on one sec. You could be just like him and right out of here, buddy.
Well, let me tell you what's going to be just like this. What's going to be just like this is you're looking at a man right now setting history, setting trends, and the fact is there ain't anything anybody can do about it, not even you. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Right now, I'm standing in front of about 500 dummies. Dummies here, dummies there, dummies everywhere. Now the fact is, I didn't end 2011 the way I wanted to. I should be standing here right now with 10 pounds of leather and gold. But what I'm looking at right now, what you're looking at right now is the beginning of history. The beginning of the longest winning streak you've ever seen in your life. And then I'm coming back for that 10 pounds of leather and gold. And I'm not going to take it because I said, please. I'm going to take it because I can.
Shaun Ricker, are you ready for
Shut
Adam
up,
Pearce?
dummy. I run this interview. Hold that microphone up so I can stand up tall. Listen, Adam Pearce, you walk around and talk like you're tough. Well, I tell you what. I logged on YouTube, and I happened to see a heartfelt speech that you gave the night that you won the NWA heavyweight title for the 4th time. You almost cried in the damn lens. You told everybody how you're a changed man. You looked back. You cried about your little poor neck that hurt so bad. You talked about an opportunity you were given. You were given so many opportunities. Well, tonight, I'm going to take my opportunity to end the last ride. That one last ride, you said it got harder. You said it became heavier. Well, I'm going to lighten the load just a little bit. You call that title Sweet Charlotte? Well, you can call these hands Charlotte's Web. And you can call me Wilbur, because I'm going home with the prize tonight, dummy.
Quassa here with Shaun Ricker
Shut up,
and
dummy. Hold this microphone up. Let me talk to you.
Tonight, John Ian wants to talk. He wants to bring out everybody he can. He wants to bring out everybody he can to try and hold us down. The fact is, you can't do it. Bring Mikey O'Shea, bring anybody you want. But Mikey O'Shea, if you want to step in and you want to poke a mean dog with a sharp stick, this mean dog, you ain't got to worry about the bark. No, no, no. Hell, you ain't even got to worry about the bite. With this dog, all you got to worry about is that gravy train, Daddy, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Sponsor me, dummies.
The fact is, tonight, Ryan Taylor, hurt shoulder, hurt leg, hurt head, hurt ass. At the end of the night, you're going to be down, it's going to be 10, it's going to be game over, and I'm walking out, whatever title I want is coming my way, Daddy, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life.
The main event tonight.
Shut up, dummy. Go to commercial.
Highest rated segment. What's the highest rated segment? You're damn right. Every week that Shaun Ricker's on, it is the highest rated segment. But the fact is, when you look at it, the casket match, Brian Cage, a live burial taking place right in front of your eyes. Highest rated segment. The fact is, that makes me the face of this company. There is no more Colt Cabana. There's no more Adam Pearce. Those dinosaurs, those guys who've been pushing at it forever. They're not the world champion. As far as I can tell, there is a vacant world championship here in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. And as far as I can see, there's only one choice, and you're looking at it. Really, this is the choice. You're going to be in the main event. Because as far as I can see, the only main event you've had recently is Thanksgiving. I want you to know it's a Ricker family tradition. You got all the foods there. You got your turkey, your cranberry sauce, your mashed potatoes, and you always pass that gravy to the left-hand side. But it's apparent the only place you passed the gravy was in your fat mouth. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about this in all seriousness. I hope you got yourself in the best shape of your life, because if you didn't, I'm going to be running circles around your huffy puffy ass. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life.
Wow, look at this gravy train.
Oh, that is a
500-pound gravy train.
big time gravy train.
Wow.
Connects.
What you just saw was the biggest gravy train of all time, man. The fact is, red carpet rumble. Oh, great. From one fat load to another.
In case you haven't figured it out, Ricker, we got some unfinished business. You and I are going to have a little match. And we're going to make sure that there won't be any count out this time. So why don't we make it a lumberjack match?
Let's make it a lumberjack match. No, we're not going to do that, and I'll tell you why, dummy. Because you think I'm going to come out here and have all your stupid friends stand outside every time that I come out? They can put their grubby little paws on the perpetual motion machine of badassery. It don't happen like that.
All right, Shaun Ricker, a big win.
Shut up, dummy. I'm talking now. Let me talk to you. You can still hold this microphone, stupid. Go ahead. I hear a whole lot of people out here cheering for Shaun Ricker right about now. Well, let me tell you, it's not an accident. The fact is, everybody in the world wants to be Shaun Ricker, and I'll tell you why. If you look around, there are guys all across the country trying to do the gravy train. There are guys all over the place trying to dress with that style, Daddy, that only Shaun Ricker has. But let me tell you something. When I need to go 30 minutes, when I need to go 45 minutes with anybody, I don't need any one of you standing next to me, dummies. The fact is, Red Carpet Rumble's coming up, but the one thing I'm thinking I do need is maybe a lawyer. Not only for the whooping I just put on this kid, but also I think I might have heard Scorpio Sky talking a little bit ago, and he happened to pretty much just say the exact same things that I've said over the last 2 weeks. You want to talk about how you're the one pushing this company. You're the one, I'm the one pushing this company. Don't make mistakes.
Whose hand's gonna be raised in victory? Not his, but his! Shaun Ricker!
Red Carpet Rumble. I'll take a little vacation before I'm gonna need that R&R, but when it all comes down to it, Red Carpet Rumble, you're looking at one choice for the Hollywood Heritage Champion, Daddy, and that's not an insult, that. It's just a fact of life. Shut up, dummies. It's just a fact of life.
Did I just hear this dummy say that everybody in the FSW has been beaten by this cross-eyed half-wit? Because right now, does anybody remember when Tyshawn Prince beat Shaun Ricker? Yeah, me neither. Right now, walking toward you, the pastor of gravy, the namer of dummies, the sayer of rickerisms, one all-around perpetual motion machine of badassery. The one thing I want, the FSW heavyweight title. The one thing I've got for you, a first-class ticket on the gravy train. I tell you what, 2 months, 2 months, that's plenty of time to get him in shape. Because I tell you what, if you don't get him in shape, then you're looking at your next FSW champion, because I'm going to run circles around his huffy puffy ass.
Tonight, looking backstage, past stars, present stars, and all the future stars of wrestling. What a time it has been tonight, especially to see this face of this man here that I never thought I would see in a future stars of wrestling ring again. Shaun Ricker, welcome back to FSW.
Did you just mention past, present, and future? Because if you're mentioning past, present, and future, I got to think that you got to be talking about Shaun Ricker, so let me talk to you. Because as I stand here right now, I got to think, it's been a long time since I've looked into this camera and I've talked to this person sitting behind this TV screen, and I've let you know all about the passer of gravy, the namer of dummies. Hold this microphone up, dummy, because I want to stand up tall. The sayer of rickerisms and one all-around perpetual motion machine of badassery. The fact is, Silverton Casino, it's happening, and Kenny King, you've got a big old bullseye on you. I'm looking for you, and there ain't really much you can do about it, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Yeah.
I might have taken a little bit of an 18-month vacation, but much like Michael Jordan when he left the Bulls for 18 months, he came back. Shut up, dummies, I'm talking. But much like Michael Jordan, Shaun Ricker's back. He's back to claim the throne. But let me tell you this, it seems awfully convenient that Matt Hardy couldn't show up here tonight. Because if you remember the last time Shaun Ricker stood in this ring, he left with championship gold. So, Matt Hardy, bring version 1, 2, 3, bring your brother, your sister, your daddy. The only thing that matters is Shaun Ricker's bringing his whole encyclopedia, 1 through 100, and at the end of the day, you're looking at your new FSW heavyweight champion. But for tonight, Kenny King, I still got a sour taste in my mouth, because last time you and I were in a ring together, you cost me the Elite Championship. So tonight, Kenny, you got nothing to do but to stare at these lights.
First of all, I'm not going to pretend like we're friends. We've never been. You didn't like Percy. He didn't like you, Rerun. And quite frankly, I'm not going to stand here and extend an olive branch to you. Actually, on second thought, I will extend that olive branch right before I stick it up your ass.
Of course, Scorpio Sky, the current Hollywood Heritage Champion, after stealing the title from Shaun Ricker in that loser leaves town matchup.
But let me just talk to you for a second, babe. You know what? You're a good guy. You're a good wrestler. You're a successful guy. Some of these people chanted even that you are a hero. The reality is, Shaun Ricker, you're no hero. I mean, people don't like muscleheads. People don't like cocky guys. I mean, you're one of the cockiest guys in the locker room. Nobody back there actually likes you.
Let me tell you this, dummy. I never needed anybody back there to like me. I never needed anybody anywhere to like me. The fact is, I've always walked alone, and I've been fine with that. But the fact is, you guys wanted to throw together your own little musical performance, if anybody saw that on the internet. Well, I tell you this. I'm not going to be doing any singing tonight, but I am going to do my own musical performance. As soon as I tap dance all over all 3 of your asses. So bring your split-tail boyfriend, Scorpio Sky, out here right now.
All right, here we are. Big Dookie coming in, dropping it, it's stinking up the place.
Shaun Ricker on commentary, talk about let me talk to you.
Let me talk to you. Don't ever say my lines, Todd Kennedy. What's wrong with you, dummy? How are you?
I'm doing great,
Are you
Shaun.
good?
Oh, this is awesome.
Good.
This is awesome. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Shaun Ricker on commentary. Shaun, what do you think about Big Duke, and how are you doing after the attack last week?
Well, you know what? The knee needs a little bit of work right now. I tell you that. I'm going to take it easy right now. What I'm not going to take it easy on is looking at Big Duke make an ass of himself. Get out, dummy. What you need to ask is you need to ask your ass to move over there.
Get out now.
Big Duke looking like a dummy. Tell your friend over here to use his inside voice before I put his ass outside.
You've obviously have a lot of history with this big man, but he's got a lot of power.
Look, he's a skinny fat idiot from where I'm sitting.
Tommy Misfit up to the top rope. Oh! Big
big fist to the gut.
You took the words right out of my mouth, actually. Oh, man, I might be out of a job again. Best play-by-play guy in the business.
That's right. Oh, yes.
This guy a long time.
What?
You should have left a long time ago. You're not a hero, you're a villain, Shaun Ricker. You're just a punk.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is, punk. Yeah, that's what I find.
Oh, my goodness! Oh, have a drink, make it a double!
Here we are in the Ricker confessional. Why? Because I make it happen. You know, there are a lot of things around here that go on. You see me, and then you don't for about a good 3 or 4 weeks. Well, I'm going to make it happen right now where you see me week after week. You can't get enough of me. I get shoved down your throat. You have no choice. Because last week when you saw me on TV, I did something that nobody in this place can do. I went 45 minutes with 10 guys. 45 minutes! And at the end of the day, was my hand praised? Nah, man. A guy I put to rest long ago with his big puffy face, he comes back out of the casket and he takes advantage. Brian Cage, congratulations to you. You got Willie Mack next. You have a television title shot next. I got bigger fish to fry. I'm looking for the Heritage title. There's only one thing that I want, and that's recognition as being the best. The television title is great. That's fantastic. But the Championship Wrestling from Hollywood Heritage title, that's where it is. You know, a lot of punks throughout the world claim to be the best in the world. But if you're not Shaun Ricker, then there ain't really much you can do about it. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Now get the hell out of here.
Christopher Jordan Dorner. Madman or martyr? It's kind of tough to tell. I guess it depends on your point of view. A lot of people look at me just like they look at him and they say, that's the bad guy. But then there's some other people that sit next to them and they say, no, that's the good guy. Well, let me clear that up for you right now. I'm not the good guy. I'm not the bad guy. I'm just the guy that knows what he wants and he gets it, whatever way I need to get it. But look, here at the end of the day, what it all comes down to, the red carpet rumble. You want to make me come out first, Johnny, and it's not a big deal, and I'll tell you why. You see, you had 45 minutes with 10 guys. Wasn't a big problem for me. So now you want to throw in 30 guys? 30 guys coming my way, coming out after me. I'm going to walk right through that because I tell you what, each and every one of those guys, I don't know if you remember the old-time cartoons, they take the little lady and they tie her to the railroad track. And as she's laying there sideways, all you can see is this train, and it just keeps coming and coming. And here comes the gravy train, Daddy, and there's nothing you can do. But as you lay there, you let out a scream of terror as that train comes, and it just runs you over. And there's nothing anybody can do about it, and that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. They say you gotta lose to know how to win. Aerosmith, Dream On, 1973. Well, I disagree, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't lose anymore. Brian Cage comes in at the end of the whole gauntlet match. That's history. Because the fact is, from here on, I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm looking, and the one thing that I've been looking for a long time is opportunity. A lot of people let life just wash over them like a wave. They let it just hit them. They wait for opportunity to fall in their lap, and it never comes, and they wonder why. I don't do that anymore. You see, I found ways to create opportunities. I find ways to own my life, own my own destiny. And now with the Hollywood Heritage title making its way into Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, there's only one choice. There's only one way to go. I have to create the opportunity to take what's mine. And what's mine is glory. What's mine is gold. Sometimes it gets frustrating. Sometimes it gets annoying because you feel like people just don't want you to ever succeed. You sometimes feel like people don't want you to be there. But I got to tell you, after now about 2.5 years of being here in Hollywood, there's nobody that can hold me back anymore. Not Brian Cage, John Ian, David Marquez, nobody. Because at the end of the day, talent cannot be held down. Don't ever forget that. Because when it comes to it, when you look around Hollywood, you can see at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, you can always tell exactly who it is that stands head and shoulders above the rest. And I don't have to tell you why that is, because you can see it. But there are a lot of people that I mentioned throughout time. There are a lot of people that I've mentioned throughout the years that I've been here.
And the fact is, none of those people should ever, ever, ever be offended by anything I'm saying. But if they are, I really don't give a good goddamn. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. There are a lot of punks who claim to be the best in the world. But if their name isn't Shaun Ricker, then somebody told them the wrong damn story. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life. Get out.
Very few people get the prestige of being put into the Pringle dynasty. I'm going to name a couple names right now that I'm rubbing elbows with vicariously. Because you look at guys like Rick Rude in the Percy Pringle dynasty. You look at a guy in the Pringle dynasty who made an incredible name for himself, Steve Austin. I've got big shoes to fill. But these 12 and a halves don't have a big problem filling shoes. The fact is, when it comes to it, Percy Pringle left me with a message. He said, I love you. He said also, you have great things coming your way, and he was right. And I need to live up to that expectation. I need to live up to the Percy Pringle dynasty. And when it comes down to it, at the Red Carpet Rumble, I got to tell you something right now. I'm feeling a little bit bad for everybody else in there because, yeah, I'm coming out number one. But whether you make me number one or you make me 101, the fact is I'm coming out in the end, and I'm coming out with that title because I got big things to do, and that's not an insult. That!
Huh? I just spent nearly 80 minutes in this damn ring, and you want me to talk now? You're more of a dummy than I thought. Let me talk to you! This, without question, Christ, the greatest, the absolute best moment in my wrestling career, standing right here, right now. The first ever Championship Wrestling of Hollywood Heritage Champion. I said it would be done. It was done. The only thing that would make it sweeter right about now is if this guy was here. I'm going to tell you right now, he saw all this. He knows everything that's going on because he said, you have got big things coming to you, Mr. Ricker, and he was damn right. And that's not an insult. That is just a fact of life.
And there you see it. You may call him Shaun Ricker, but from now on, you can call him Champ. One of the most impressive, inspirational performances that we have ever witnessed in professional wrestling. What a night for that man. Big things coming his way. Indeed, the new Heritage Champion, Percy Pringle III, always knew what he was talking about, and he certainly knew when it came to this man.